Yo, my bad. I had to get out of the shower, nigga. I had to shower. I can't be streaming dirty. I don't care. I can't sit in this dirt, man. That junk be nasty. You niggas be stank. Wait, top fans? Why is that there? Why is that there? Leadership, super chat. Oh, I see. Chai was good. Or not Chai. Kai was good. I keep on mixing your name up, bro. My bad, bro. It's just because of the way that it's spelled. Like, I've never seen somebody's name spelled that way, named Kai. You know what I'm saying? So that's different. That's different. Yo, there's too much. It's too much stuff going on in one day, man. Like with gaming in general. Like, there's games getting canceled. There's so much happening. Like Phil Spencer getting the hell on. I wonder why. I'm curious to know why. 2003 MJ was good. My bad. I should have streamed this early. I should have set this up earlier. So that's my bad. That's crazy though, bro. That's crazy though.
Hey yo.
What's good? My boy Jamil has been a member for 49 months.
Good,
really?
Witty?
What's good, bro? You've been a member for 49 months? That don't even sound realistic. That's type crazy. That's type crazy. Yo, should I put this? This is a live sub count. Should I put this right here? Should I put it right there, or should I keep it on the other side? I think I should put it right there. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it right there. Live sub count. That shit's fire. That's fire. But that's crazy though. 49 months is insane, bro. Like, I think it adds the months up when you actually, like, when people resub and everything. Not sub, but we become members and stuff like that. It adds on to what they already had. So some people have become members like years. I mean, years. Not for, yeah. There's some people that became members for years or in months ahead, and it's crazy. All right. I know we only got like what 10 people here, and I know I'm streaming a little later than I usually do. Lately because of work. It's been a while. Wait, it's been a while. No, it has been a while. Like, you've been on the channel for a long time. Damn, bro. That shit is type crazy. That is type crazy, bro. Why is that there? Oh, there we go. All right. So, I got all the Twitter tabs up. I'm just waiting for people to get in here at this point. I got different Twitter tabs up. Yo, did y'all hear about the micro shit? I said micro shit. The Microsoft joint? They cutting everybody. Yo, they are like literally laying off people. I think they said up to like, I think it's a few thousand. That's a lot of fucking jobs, bro. That's a lot of people, bro. You know how much shit that they just gave up. Basically, they threw up the white flag. They threw the white flag and said, we can't do this no more. Especially with the gaming shit. We can't do this anymore. I respect it, bro. I mean, there's nothing else they can really do. What can they honestly do about that? Nothing. Oh my god, I'm tired. Ooh. There's nothing that they can do. I mean, be real though. Like, they wasn't winning anything against PlayStation. They wasn't winning anything against PlayStation. That's just a fact. What is Xbox thinking, man? What do you mean? I mean, what are they thinking? They can't win. They're not going to win the battle. But at the end of the day, that's why they say, yo, you know what? Forget about it. We're going to do, you know, the Game Pass stuff. We're going to put every game on Game Pass. We're going to have, you know, make money or try to make money that way. And then on top of that, you know, we're going to give PlayStation our RPs, or IPs, our IPs, so that way we can make a shit ton of money from, you know, because everybody got PlayStation, bro, at the end of the day. Most people. The majority has PlayStation. And that's almost everybody in the goddamn world. Almost. Well, I wouldn't even say almost, but that's a lot of people. Why not? Why not? I knew they lost when they raised their console prices. Yeah, why? I don't know why they did that. Bro, I am so tired. I don't know why they did that, though. That was stupid. I should have took my ass to Sprouts and got me some of that good-ass ice cream. I knew they lost when they... I don't know, bro. All right, let's go to these joints. I want to go on YouTube too, like to watch videos. But hey, like the stream, bro. There's nobody in the stream, and it's just the beginning of the stream. It's only been like 5 minutes, so we good. I ain't tripping. Watch out of nowhere. Some like hella people want to join. I already know it. But yeah, y'all like the stream, like the stream, like the stream. Plus, it's 5 years old at this point. To raise their console price is insane. I mean, yeah, PlayStation rose theirs too, right? Am I right? If I'm not mistaken, they did. I think they did. I think. Keyword, I think. All right, let me go to this shit. Yo, like the stream, bro. I'm looking at the likes. Like the stream. There's 16 people here. Everybody just like the stream. It's free, my nigga. It's literally free. It's free to support. At this point, if you don't like the stream, you just a hating ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you just don't like me. For no apparent reason, because I don't do nothing to nobody. I be kicking it. In a different country, not in the US. Wait, Xbox prices was crazy? I don't know, man. Like, it's just not... Phil Spencer by the league. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is... What should we talk about? Phil Spencer? I mean, we going to watch a video about that. We could just watch a video about Phil Spencer. Let me go to there. Let me go to YouTube and see what they're talking about. Ooh, Madden franchise mode. I got to watch that tonight. Phil Spencer. See what they talking about. Let's see what they talking about. Let's see. Leaving. I want to. There's only one person that posted something about this. And myself. That's crazy. Really? Dreamcast guy. I know about this guy. All right, fuck it. Let's watch. Let's watch that shit. And also, this just came out as well. Today's the 2nd, right? Yeah, this just came out as well. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Jeff Keighley came out and said this. Well, said that Phil Spencer said this. To position gaming for enduring success, and allow us to focus on strategy or strategic growth areas. We will end / decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase the agility and effectiveness. Bro, what? Is this just like, are they losing jobs just the gaming side, or is it just overall? Oh, it is overall. Wally, what's good? This is tragedy. And he said, according to Variety, Variety, Microsoft is cutting.
Hey yo.
Who the hell just subscribed? I think somebody just subscribed. Hey, we got another subscriber. Hey, that live subscriber count is fire, bro. Who just subscribed? Yo, is it Tavali or is it Tavelli? Let me know if I'm saying it wrong or right. I think it's Tavelli. Or it could be Tavali. Productions. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate the sub. Or girl. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Hey, it's lit though. Like the stream. Alright, here we go. Let's go back. They approximately cut 9,000 jobs today in one day. 9,000 jobs. Bro, I would be devastated. Imagine you get to your job and you get laid off. Or imagine you get an email saying you got laid off, nigga. You gotta find a job within the next month so you could pay rent. Oh my God, bro. That is a disaster, bro. You know how frightening that is? That has to be top 10 one of the scariest things ever, bro. They are canceling a lot. Canceling. You mean canceling. They are canceling a lot of games. I mean, a shit ton of games is being canceled. Home Warrior, what's good, bro? No, this is wild, bruh. We're gonna get into that later. I'll confirm. Oh, that's that. I don't even know why that's up. I wasn't even watching that. That's probably from yesterday. Wait, there's more? Damn! Turn 10 Studios loses nearly half of its staff. Jesus fucking Christ. God damn. Wait, is Turn 10 Forza? They created Forza, right? No? That's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. Microsoft lays off explained. I don't feel like reading this shit. Hold on. We gonna find us a video. We gonna find us a video. Somebody has made a video about this. This is fucking insane, bro. This is insane. I perform based on... Damn! Bro, this is fucking crazy, bro. I want to watch it, but I don't. Like, let's just type in Xbox and see what happens. What's gonna pop up? I want to hear gamers speak about it. Mr. Maddie, I reacted to him before. I know she's become. Wait, no, not her. It's, I forgot who it is. Asthma Go is hilarious. All right, let's watch this real quick. Let's just watch it. I'm curious to see what other people are saying. This is crazy as fuck, bro. It's pretty fucked up, bro. It's pretty fucked up.
I don't think anger is the right word to describe today now that the news is broken. And frankly, this is like an ongoing story. It seems like there's potentially more cancellations and studio closures. We'll learn
it's
about
over
in the coming days. But anger really isn't the right word.
It's over. No. Didn't they just buy Bethesda? Chat. It's over.
Maybe because it was so expected and there were so many warning shots fired off. I think the right term for me is just immense disappointment. The leadership core at Xbox has absolutely failed these.
Shout out to Bayern,
because
too.
We're talking about canceled projects and what could have been. In some instances, these projects that were shut down because they've been in development for so long do make sense. But it's the reality that the leadership core did not recognize these issues were building up over time, and they probably should have shut these projects down earlier to get something else out the door quicker. But instead, we're left with the bloodbath that's happening at Xbox today.
Sup, bro? I just came back from speed walking and it's got a shot. Nah, you good, bro.
We have a note from Phil Spencer to go over a ton of projects that have been canceled and a studio shut down. It's a really sad day for Xbox, but I think potentially what makes me more sad is seeing people continue to
lose their jobs.
Like sports teams. It's really fine to love Xbox, right? Like, I adore Xbox. I grew up with it. It was like my first real console when I think about it. I did have an N64, but
that sucks. That's tragic.
We're going out to Best Buy with my dad and buying it, and it came with NFL Fever.
Yeah.
It came with Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. Like, I have strong Xbox memories right down to the core of my childhood. I was always an Xbox guy growing up. There's a way to separate the two.
I play Xbox at my bro's house.
Cheering, especially for this brand, like a sports team, and jabbing back and forth in this console war bullshit. It's awful, man. And look what it's led us to. Because
No. He better not be trying to blame. I'm not saying he's blaming PlayStation for anything, but don't do that. This is all Xbox fault. This is Microsoft and Xbox fault. Hell nah. How's life, bro? I don't even know, to be honest, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how my life is in terms of. I mean, it's coming along. I just been so tired, bro. That's all. I'm exhausted right now, but I'm trying to hide it. Can't hide it with the eyes, bro. Literally impossible.
We continue to hear, as we're reading this note, we're doing great. We're doing great, but we're laying you off. Ridiculous. So let's read this tone-deaf letter from Phil Spencer and then get into the tough news.
Messed up.
Today we are sharing decisions that will impact colleagues across our organization to position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. We will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow.
Wait, this is why I cheated on my Xbox 360 with my PS. Wait, you went from 360 to PS5? Damn. So you skipped a whole generation? No. You had a P4, right? Yeah. You definitely had a PS4. He skipped 2 generations. Oh shit, my bad.
Colleagues across our organization to position gaming
This is
for
bad.
enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. We will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specifics of today's notifications and any organizational shifts will be shared by your team leaders in the coming days. So like I said, still an ongoing story. And the other thing worth noting here is they're clearly trying to obfuscate the information as best they can, because I think this is much worse than we already know. That is my reading.
I was not going to
sell. And there's a reason why it's being staggered out, and it's not one fell swoop. There's a reason why they're trying to spread this out, because I think it's a lot more than we understand. Continuing on, I recognize that these changes come at a time where we have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before. No note on sales, by the way. Our platform, hardware, and game roadmap has never looked stronger. The success we're currently seeing is based on tough decisions we've made previously. We must make choices now for continued success.
Oh, Wally, I'm sure.
And a key part of that strategy
so
is the discipline to prioritize the strongest opportunities. We will protect what is thriving and concentrate effort on areas with the greatest potential while delivering on the expectations the company has for our business. This focused approach means we can deliver exceptional games and experiences for players for general.
I don't think you understand how fucked up this is. This shit is bad, bro. This is bad, bro. That's when you know you're just doing bad.
To come.
9,000 jobs
is essential, but that does not lessen the significance of this moment. Simply put, we would not be where we are today without the time, energy, and creativity of those whose roles are impacted. These decisions are not a reflection of the talent, creativity, and dedication of the people involved. Our momentum is not accidental. It is the result of years of dedicated effort from our teams. HR is working directly with impacted employees to provide severance plan benefits, including pay, health care coverage, and job placement resources to support their transition. Employees whose roles were eliminated are encouraged to explore open positions across Microsoft Gaming where their applications will be given priority review. This is exactly from the second paragraph down, the Microsoft experience. There's a reason why.
Microsoft. I don't know. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Bro, what are we watching? Hold up, nigga.
They're a $3 trillion company. They make a lot of money, and then they make content.
Yeah, Microsoft themselves, this is not talking about Xbox. Microsoft themselves, like just as a company, makes so fucking much money. It's ridiculous, bro. I mean, it's literally ridiculous. Literally ridiculous. I mean, they make a bag. So, them cutting off people, I mean, I get it, but like, I don't know. Still got. I don't know. That junk is wild to me.
And they make even more money to give themselves an even bigger earn. That is how they operate. So literally the blatant admission of we're laying you off, but you can come back probably under a contract, so we have to pay things like benefits to you, and we're going to save more money and get the same talent. This is how Microsoft has operated. Now, the hope was after what happened with Halo Infinite, they would have learned to not do this because it doesn't work well in video game development. But nonetheless, here we are. Again, to me, incredibly tone deaf. Gets worse, though. Bloomberg reports Microsoft makes deep job cuts across Xbox division, cancels games. Subsidiaries across the gaming organization were told that they would be affected by layoffs. Microsoft's Stockholm-based King division, which makes Candy Crush, is cutting 10% of its staff, or about 200 jobs, according to people familiar with the plans. Other European offices, such as ZeniMax, also began cutting employees early Wednesday.
That's just tragic. Boogie, tragic.
The people who asked not to be identified because they were not authorized to speak to the press. News of further job cuts trickled out slowly as other units of Microsoft Gaming, such as Call of Duty maker Raven Software, also announced workforce reductions. We'll talk about ZeniMax in just a moment here. Candy Crush is crazy because what's interesting about these layoffs is seeing Xbox target big money makers. Call of Duty, King with Candy Crush. This is one of the big reasons they bought ABK, was the money they get from both of these. And they're laying off staff attached to these. And my heart goes out really to Raven Software. Such an unjust amount of layoffs, because they are, to me, the heartbeat of what makes Call of Duty exciting, at least for fans like me, because they've done the last 2 campaigns. They did Cold War, they did Black Ops 6, and I think they're both excellent. If you look at the history of Raven Software, I don't think they've ever made a whack game. So I just was hoping when Xbox bought them up that this would be a company freed from the shackles of Call of Duty. Instead, they've been tied closer to it and laid off, like forever cementing their status as a Call of Duty support studio. Again, just really messed up when you look at the whole spectrum of games they've made, Singularity being excellent here. The company also canceled several projects that had been in development for years, including the fantasy game Everwild in development at UK-based Rare Studio.
Everwild.
And an original new online game from ZeniMax Online Studios.
That shit wasn't going.
The makers of Elder Scrolls Online. Both of these studios will cut
Nobody wanted that.
jobs as a result of the cancellations, according to people. And if you want to know just how prepared they were for these layoffs, Jason Schreier reports on his own Blue Sky account, as one illustration of just how sloppy and chaotic today's mass Xbox layoffs have been. Some employees at ZeniMax Online Studios are now watching their Slack accounts abruptly get locked out. No message from HR, no word on whether they still have a job, just an ominous Slack deactivation. So yeah, very classy there. All right, so ZeniMax Online Studios, new IP, and Everwild at Rare. Let's start off with ZeniMax Online Studios. This one sucks, man. I mean, you've heard me in the videos. I was cheering for this team so hard. I did a retrospective recently on ZeniMax Online Studios with Elder Scrolls Online and just talked about how much I love that game and how impressive I think it is to have a team that's not Bethesda.
Xbox will kill Call of Duty. As long as Gears of War, they don't get killed. I don't think that's going to get happen because that's a huge money grabber for them.
Studios take that Elder Scrolls IP.
I don't see that happening.
And make something that feels really
Bro,
worthy
I am so
of that name,
tired.
especially when it's such
Oh
a
my
dramatic
God.
shakeup. I look at Fallout 76 to the rest of the Fallout franchise, and then ESO versus the rest of the Elder Scrolls franchise, and I think the way it just blends in perfectly, mostly thanks to its world, but also the hard work that team put in. They earned their right to go and do something on their own. Now, we don't know what the status of the project was. We don't know if they were really in development hell, but they kept hiring up for this game. It was like 400 plus people working on it for 5+ years. And so it could have been
400 plus people working on it for 5, man.
One of those projects that we'll talk about with the initiative in Perfect Dark, where
That's
it's
tough.
spinning its wheels for a while and it's still years out and the investment might not be worth it. But as a fan of ZeniMax Online Studios, my heart goes out to them. This was one of the games that I could not wait to learn more about, because I think they learned so much with Elder Scrolls Online, and I don't think it's the worst fate to be just tied to Elder Scrolls Online, but it's really cementing them as only doing that, and I just wanted to see them break free. What could they do on their own? To know that that's no longer going to be the case. To know that ZeniMax Online Studios is just forever the ESO developer. They rolled in teams that they shut down from Bethesda, like Alpha Dog and Roundhouse, into ZeniMax Online, likely to help accelerate what was happening with this new IP. The amount of investment and resources gone into it, just a real story of what could have been. And I hope we do get a scoop on this, because I'm so curious what exactly it was, but what led to its cancellation, because it is the one, admittedly, we're most in the dark about. We never got an official announcement. And I know a lot of people justify these things like game cancellations happen all the time, but this bad boy leaked years ago. And I thought any day now we'd get a reveal for it. You saw my Xbox Showcase predictions videos. Like, I called it, I think 2 or 3 years in a row. Certainly this has to be the year. I guess now it makes a lot more sense since it was on the brink of cancellation, but how just was it? This is a trend since Xbox bought ABK, going back to Odyssey, the Blizzard survival game, where if you're a game that's been in development for 6+ years, you're getting the axe. That gets into Everwild. Everwild was announced in 2019. Definitely one of the biggest Xbox mysteries, but also a game that people were cautiously and understandably excited for. Rare has something with Sea of Thieves, but Rare is not known for games like Sea of Thieves. But now, just kind of like with ESO and ZeniMax Online Studios, it looks like Rare's identity is going to exclusively be, for a long while, Sea of Thieves.
Ah!
So last night he used him.
Honestly, nothing better than when a guy breaks this out.
I see.
What the fuck is this?
What we're getting into and why
The
these
hell?
layoffs
Oh,
and
him.
studio
Okay.
closures and game cancellations are so unfortunate to me is not just because of what could have been, but also the message it sends. It sends the message that this is like a stagnant company. This is the status quo moving forward. You get your Sea of Thieves from Rare, and that's it. You get your Elder Scrolls Online from ZeniMax Online Studios, and that is it. And there is not that excitement anymore of, oh, Xbox and Microsoft with all this money and buying these teams that have so much potential, what could they make out of it? They're taking the safe choice every step of the way to create this, quote, sustainable business, which is hilarious given the profits that they've seen, not just in Xbox, but Microsoft as a whole, that this is how they're trying to make things sustainable by taking less risks, and I don't think that makes gaming better. But Everwild does fall in that category of unsurprising, but this also goes to how I opened the video. This is where I think leadership failed Everwild and Rare. It's clear from the outside looking in, this wasn't working out. You don't reveal a game in 2019 and disappear until now, and things are going well. Things are exciting. We're making a ton of progress. That is just not how it goes. It is up to the leadership team to identify this issue and be like, we need to figure something else out now, start from scratch or retool, repivot, whatever it may be. That is my read of the situation, is how leadership has failed a lot of these teams to readjust them or reorient them. And there's another great example of that in Turn 10. Jason Schreier posts on Blue Sky, many of Xbox's subsidiaries are getting hit by layoffs this morning, including Call of Duty studios such as Raven. Big cuts at Forza Motorsport developer Turn 10, nearly half of the staff per a source. Half of Turn 10. You realize how unbelievable that is? Forza Motorsport has been, while it's not like the sexiest game, or it certainly is not a game I play much or talk about, has been part of the Xbox identity since like its very beginning. And the idea that Turn 10 has been reduced so much that it just might, we don't know for sure, but it just might be like a support team. It might support, say, something like Forza Horizon 6. It's what I talked about in our video last week when the layoffs first started to leak. I said I feel like Turn 10 is going to be an easy target simply because when you look at what Horizon is versus the last Motorsport, it's sad to say, but I think Horizon's lapped Motorsport, so you get it. But at the same time, what's so frustrating is this is a hits-only business, and I don't think that is sustainable at all. By that, I mean, you look at Turn 10. They've consistently, look at their Metacritic score. Ryan McCaffrey had a great post on his Twitter account. They've never made a bad reviewed game. But Forza Motorsport, the last one in 2023, did not really light the world on fire in the terms of player count, in the terms of sales. And despite all that heritage and all they've contributed to the Xbox business, it took one miss for them to just get half their staff removed. In a sense, I get it because Forza Horizon's a thing, and it seems like we're getting Forza Horizon 6 next year. But man, it sends a really bad message if key studios like Turn 10 are getting half their staff removed, likely reduced to a support role. Then I look at other companies like Compulsion, which we haven't heard anything about, or Ninja Theory, which we haven't heard anything about. Games that were more prestige pieces, smaller games, and had really bad player counts. What happens to them? Even if it's not now, this year, what happens next year, the year after? That is the message that is being sent here. And speaking of messages sent, let's go over to Windows Central, where they write, Microsoft is closing down Xbox Studio, the initiative, with Perfect Dark killed as well, joining Everwild and ZeniMax's new IP and other unannounced projects. Quote, following Phil's note, by the way, this comes from Matt Booty, I want to share more about the changes to the studio's business units. We've made the decision to stop development of Perfect Dark and Everwild, as well as wind down several unannounced projects across our portfolio. As part of this, we are closing one of our studios, The Initiative. These decisions, along with other changes across our teams, reflect a broader effort to adjust priorities and focus resources to set up our teams for greater success within a changing industry landscape. We did not make these choices lightly, as each project and team represents years of effort and imagination and commitment. Our overall portfolio strategy is unchanged. Build games that excite our players, continue to grow our biggest franchises, and create new stories, worlds, and characters. We have more than 40 projects in active development, continued momentum on titles shipping this fall, and a strong slate headed into 2026. For those directly affected, speak with HR, yada, yada, yada. To everyone across our studios, thank you. Your creativity and resilience continue to define who we are. I believe in the strength of our teams and the direction we are taking on the path ahead.
Come on, we have places to go. And kingdoms to see. And kingdoms to see. What's up, man?
If you wanna
wanna go fast, go alone. There's the road, off you go. But if you wanna go far, we go together. So good, so far, we go together.
Your father left you in my care. And now we're running who knows where. Sometimes you need a bird's eye view, and I've got you to see me through. Island,
If you wanna go fast, go alone.
day and night,
There's the road,
I just might,
off you go.
yeah, alright.
If you wanna go
far, we go together. So good,
so far, we go together.
Hi, I'm Dr. Skylar Holcomb here from ATL Dental Implants. Here to talk about All on 4, also known as All on 6, Teeth Express, Teeth in a Day, and how that can differ from single implant restorations and other ways to replace your teeth. So what is All on 4? Well, All on 4 refers to the process of removing any remaining teeth, placing 4 to 6 implants, and making new teeth that attach to those implants to replace the teeth that you once had. This differs from an individual implant or a single implant in that a single implant is used to replace a single tooth. We can also use 2 implants to replace 2 or 3 teeth, but All on 4 refers to the process of replacing all of your teeth with 4 to 6 implants, a new prosthetic that is screwed into the mouth that doesn't come in and out. It restores your chewing function, that looks really nice. It's a way to kind of get back what you lost in a way that's more comfortable, more efficient, and just gives you a better quality of life. You've probably seen more marketing for All on 4, All on 6, Teeth Express, Teeth in a Day. You've probably seen more of that recently. A lot of that is due to the expeditious nature in which we can restore the teeth. We get instant gratification because we're able to provide temporary teeth so quickly after placing the implants, which is different from placing a single implant where you have to have a healing period of about 3 months before you can actually put a tooth on it. With All on 4 and All on 6, because we have so many implants and such good stability with those implants, we're able to deliver teeth in a much more timely fashion. And I believe that's gaining a lot of popularity with people who want a quick fix. Even though you can't really think of it as a quick fix, we are able to deliver teeth a lot more quickly than you would in the past. So who is an ideal candidate for an All on X procedure? Well, we don't really know until you get in here, but ideally, we'd like to have minimal medical complications and we'd like to have enough bone to support the implants. But until we take our 3D scan, our x-rays, we won't know for sure. But that's why we do free consultations so that we can evaluate all of that. What are the main benefits of All on X compared to a traditional denture or a single implant? Well, those are solving 2 different problems. All on X is meant to solve the problem of having no teeth or minimal amount of teeth. All on X, you're able to get up to about 98 to 100% of your chewing function from when you had natural teeth. We can make a pretty good denture, but you're only going to get about 10 to 15% of your chewing power. And a single tooth implant is really just to replace a single tooth. You should be able to treat that like a natural tooth and eat what you want with that, but you've still got the rest of your natural teeth to kind of take the weight of the rest of the chewing function. We're talking about solving different problems, but with a full mouth compared to a denture, you're going to be a whole lot better off. What does the process look like from your initial consultation to the delivery of your final teeth? So within 2 appointments, we're able to get you into some nice looking, usable teeth. And then within 90 days, we're able to deliver a final set of teeth that will allow you to eat just about whatever you want. Why can't you go into final teeth immediately after surgery? Well, there's a few reasons for that, but the main reason is things change as you heal. We don't want to have to redo those teeth after your 90-day healing phase, so we put you in temporary teeth, and then we let things heal, and then we make your final teeth that are adapted to your gums so that they will stay that way for the rest of your life. What material are the final teeth made out of? Well, the short answer is they're made out of zirconia, but we've got a couple of options with that. If needed, we can add a titanium bar to give it a little extra strength. And that decision is made at the consultation whenever we take the scans and look at the anatomy of the jaw. How do we determine if a patient has enough bone to be eligible for an all-on-4 procedure? Well, we take a 3D image We measure, and I digitally place every implant before I ever even see the patient. So I have an idea of what this surgery would look like should they go forward with the treatment. If they don't have enough bone, we have a couple of options. There's other places that we can get bone through remote anchorage techniques. There's also bone grafting and sinus lifts. There's many options that we could offer to the patient. Very rarely do I have a patient that is just absolutely not a candidate. Are there any other options for materials if cost is a barrier? Well, the good news is yes. We're able to make a long-term temporary to save some of the cost for the patient, but still deliver something highly functional and highly aesthetic. The only difference is that that's going to last about 1 to 2 years before we really need to either make a new one or get you into a permanent zirconia. This can be a great option for somebody that's really considering a snap-in denture because the cost barrier is too high for that Dreamline permanent zirconia bridge. We're able to do a long-term temporary to try to bridge that gap to buy you some time while still being able to utilize something that stays in, that you don't have to take in and out, and you're still able to eat most things. So now for the part that you're all wondering, what's the cost of this? Well, the national average is around $20,000 to $30,000 per arch, but due to our in-house lab and our fully digital workflow, we're able to charge a fraction of that. All of our pricing is conveniently listed on our website, which will be listed in the description below, and we're fully transparent with that. So visit our website at atlimplants.com and see for yourself. We understand that this is an investment, which is why we have a network of lenders ready to make this affordable for you so that you can achieve a smile to last a lifetime. Thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Dr. Holcomb here at ATL Dental Implants. We're conveniently located off of Highway 400 in Sandy Springs, so come see us for a free consultation. If you have any questions, leave a comment and we'll respond. For any future content, please like and subscribe. I'm Dr. Skylar Holcomb here at ATL Dental Implants. We'll see you next time.
Yes, quite the path. 4 rounds of massive layoffs in 18 months. And I actually put out a tweet. So let's go down the receipts here and have a little fun at just how great this leadership core has been since they bought ABK and finalized that deal. You have the initiative that closed down. Perfect Dark got canceled. Everwild got canceled. ZeniMax Online Studios' new IP got canceled. 50% of Turn 10 is gone. 10% of King is gone. There were layoffs at Raven Software. Arcane Austin closed down. Tango was nearly lost forever. Fortunately, Krafton saved them. Alpha Dog Games closed down. Roundhouse closed down. And Blizzard's Odyssey canceled. And to add on top of that, Sea of Thieves and Banjo-Kazooie director leaving Rare after 35 years following the Everwild cancellation, according to sources at Video Games Chronicle. ZeniMax Online Studios president Matt Firor is leaving the company, according to Insider Gaming. So not only is Xbox bleeding games, bleeding studios, they're bleeding talent. More importantly, the talent that made these companies worth buying to them in the first place. And that is the story that will haunt Xbox for years to come. It is not just about the canceled games today. Don't think now in the near term. This is about long-term talent loss that made these companies who they are going away. And in turn, they will be shells of themselves. That is with no disrespect to the people who do work at these teams still. It's just saying that, hey, when you have someone who's there for 35 years, that's a really important member of the team you probably want to keep. Again, this gets back to what I'm saying earlier. You'll notice a trend there of a lot of these games that were shut down or studios that ended up being closed were attached to games that have been in development for a long while. But you got to bring a pair of scissors to some of these games and hit the reset button. I think a great example of that is how Sony and PlayStation have completely mismanaged Bend's studio and how Bend has spun their wheels for so long since Days Gone. And all they had to do was make a Days Gone sequel, but they haven't gotten that opportunity. They had to make like a God of War live service game, and then all the stuff that they made before ended up being canceled. So it's just greatly frustrating. So Perfect Dark, this is really disappointing because it just feels like the immersive sim genre is dead. And I thought the slice we saw of Perfect Dark looks really good. I remember my reaction immediately being, okay, let them cook. This looks really good. And there was part of me that did watch that gameplay a bit with an eyebrow raised of, is this real? And I think this cancellation and shutdown confirms something to me. Again, just a complete assumption here, but it seems to me like that was just a really nice, polished vertical slice. Everything surrounding it was not good to go, and this project probably needed more than another 2 to 3 years to get out the door. And why this is all happening is in a hits-only business, or when your management lets you spin your wheels for so long and your budget gets higher and higher and higher, this is not rocket science to any of us on the outside. Yeah, you're going to end up...
Actors, we can make you believe we know what we're doing, when in fact, we do not. Whoops, I have no idea what these buttons do.
I've never driven a stick in my life. Not my hardest roll yet.
Small business owner, because I have no idea what I'm doing. But GoDaddy Arrow does, using AI to build a logo, website, and social content.
For Walton Goggins goggle glasses.
Because if your goggles ain't Goggins, they don't belong on your noggins. With GoDaddy Arrow, it's like you know what you're doing.
Having budgets that are sky high, and that puts pressure on the product to perform sometimes in very unrealistic ways. Like, I think Perfect Dark had a ton of potential, looked great. I think it would have
I'm gonna go to sleep. What time is it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. All right, y'all. I'll catch up with y'all niggas.